Lincoln Riley finally has his quarterback. Oklahoma transfer quarterback and true freshman sensation Caleb Williams just committed to USC. Before we get into this video, make sure you drop a like and comment below if you think USC will make the college football playoffs next season. And be honest, stay tuned.
Whose world is this? The world is yours. The world is yours. It's mine, it's mine, it's mine. Whose world?
The 6'1", 218-pound Caleb Williams is a 5-star prospect in the 24/7 Sports transfer portal and a #1 ranked transfer according to 24/7 Sports. Now, Williams will more than likely be USC's starting quarterback for the 2022 season, given his prior relationship with Riley and the understanding of his offense. Now, the USC speculation reached an all-time high last week after Williams shared social media posts of him at the Los Angeles Rams game and the Los Angeles Lakers game, as well as USC true freshman quarterback Jaxson entering the transfer portal himself. I mean, USC quickly became the crystal ball favorite for Caleb Williams to land at. Now, the addition of Caleb Williams fills the void that was left after Jaxson decided to hit the transfer portal, as he was USC's starting quarterback. Well, was supposed to be USC's starting quarterback. Now, Caleb Williams joins true freshman and former 4-star recruit Miller Moss as the only scholarship quarterbacks on USC's roster. Now, Moss saw significant action in USC's season-ending loss against California after Dart left with an injury. On the other hand, Caleb Williams took over after a struggling starting quarterback and former Heisman favorite Spencer Rattler in their showdown against Texas when Caleb Williams brought back Oklahoma to beat the University of Texas with a final score of 55-48. Now, Caleb Williams actually threw for 212 passing yards that game to go along with 2 touchdowns. After that game, Caleb Williams was the official QB1 for the Oklahoma Sooners. He finished the season with 1,912 passing yards to go along with 20 touchdowns to only 4 interceptions. He also added 442 rushing yards and 6 more scores. Now, when the season was over, Caleb Williams got more than enough accolades as he was named a freshman All-American by ESPN, 24/7 Sports, and ProFootballFocus.com. In high school, Caleb Williams was the #7 overall prospect, the #2 quarterback, and the #1 player out of DC according to 24/7 Sports. He had offers for pretty much every school in America, but he chose Oklahoma over Alabama, Clemson, Michigan, Maryland, LSU, Georgia, Florida, Penn State, and Texas A&M. So as you can see, Caleb Williams pretty much could have went anywhere he wanted to, but he decided to go to Oklahoma for one main reason. And we'll get to that reason later on in this video. But Caleb Williams is the 13th transfer for USC and technically the biggest pickup for the Trojans this offseason. Now, if you are wondering what factored into Caleb Williams' decision on choosing USC, it came down to 3 things. The first thing, knowing Coach Riley and being familiar with Coach Riley's offense. Caleb Williams wanted to step into a situation where he could thrive and hit the ground running. The second reason, he knew some of the teammates already at USC. He just wanted to be familiar with the culture and not be that new kid on the block. He wanted some friends and some teammates that he already had a bond with and he can get along with and, and be successful for the upcoming season. Then the last reason, Caleb Williams wanted to go somewhere where he thought will provide him with the best development both on and off the field. Now, upon entering the portal in early January, Caleb explained that Coach Riley was an important part of his future plans when he committed to the Sooners. I mean, Coach Riley has produced 3 current NFL starting quarterbacks, Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, and Jalen Hurts, as well as molding Spencer Rattler into a Heisman frontrunner ahead of the 2021 season. Caleb Williams once stated, "I came to Oklahoma with a game plan, but with all the recent changes, I need to figure out what is the right path for me moving forward." So he decided that USC was the right move moving forward. So you may be wondering, what does this commitment mean for USC? Does it mean anything? Well, I'm here to give you 3 main things that what it does mean for the Trojans in the football program moving forward. The first thing, USC is a championship threat once again. Whether you want to believe it or not, USC is officially a college football playoff contender. That's the kind of impact Caleb Williams will make in Los Angeles. I mean, the Trojans returned 4 of their top 5 receivers from last year's team, all who took on way more responsibility once Drake London's season ended 2/3 of the way through. They are well-schooled, versatile, and should thrive in Riley's wide-open system. Yes, USC finished last season with the best offense in the Pac-12, averaging 443.9 yards per game. But neither that mark nor the 5.91 yards per play average landed them in the top 20 nationally. I mean, in my opinion, Williams is a huge upgrade over both Kedon Slovis and Jaxson. No disrespect to those players. And Caleb Williams should be the catalyst that votes the Trojans at or near the 500 yards per game mark next season. I mean, this is a mark that Coach Riley hit on a regular basis at Oklahoma. Number 2, USC gets an instant Heisman contender. Williams' move to Los Angeles not only votes the Trojans into college football playoffs contention and a Pac-12 championship, but also move him near the top of the 2022 Heisman Trophy race. I mean, think about it. Caleb Williams was thrown into a rough situation last year at Oklahoma. He had no idea that he'll be starting, let alone playing last season, because they had Spencer Rattler. But when Rattler started struggling, his name was called out of nowhere. And yet, he still established himself as a legitimate Heisman contender. Now that he has a full offseason to build upon that success, with a coach that understands his strengths and weaknesses, he should be able to hit the ground running. I mean, he's in a system that regularly produces superstars, especially at the quarterback position. So to go along with a quarterback coach that produces NFL starting quarterbacks, knowing the offense, having a coach that knows your strengths and weaknesses, he's also in the perfect area to get the media buzz that he needs. I mean, Los Angeles is a major media market for a tradition-rich and championship-starved program. And the last reason, Lincoln Riley is showing that he's being serious about turning USC around and bringing them back to those Pete Carroll and Reggie Bush days. He's making big statement after big statement after big statement once he took the USC gig. I mean, he immediately made a splash within the transfer portal. He signed players such as former Oklahoma wide receiver Mario Williams, Oregon's running back Travis Dye, and even former Oklahoma cornerback and former four-star Latrell McCutcheon. Riley also nabbed a recruiting commitment and quarterback Malachi Nelson. He's a number 2 overall player in the 2023 recruiting class. The first-year head coach has already made a big splash that will not only pay immediate dividends, but will also resonate with high school players in the talent-rich Southern California area. So, in other words, Caleb Williams pretty much took USC from a B+ to an A+ in my opinion. I mean, he's a Heisman contender already because he knows the offense. He played really well being thrown in the fire last year. And I'm pretty sure all those other transfers commit to USC not only because of Lincoln Riley, but they had an idea that Caleb Williams will come to the school as well and they can start something new and build a refreshed football program for USC. Comment below your thoughts. Do you think this is all being overhyped, or do you think that Caleb Williams is a real deal and USC is something serious to watch out for next year? Whether you want to admit to or not, Oklahoma had high power offenses back when Lincoln Riley was there. Now, he's going to bring that same system with maybe better players, maybe better athletes. I'm not sure. But I know for one thing, those players that he's signing so far, whether it's Oregon's running back, Stanford's running back, Oklahoma wide receivers, and now his QB1, USC can be serious and can be dangerous. But comment below your thoughts. Do you think this is a great gift for USC? Do you think that it's nothing special? And while you're at it, leave a like for your boy. And like I always say, if you love college football recruiting, go ahead and subscribe to the channel right now because it's free. But until next time,